Welcome back to another anime review. This is a review of Chio's School Road. Now, it's pretty much the plot of the anime is the fact that the main character is a geek and she likes to play video games. So she likes to stay up all night, but she wants to walk to school, but she's always late. So instead of, doing this, that, and the other thing, some things just fuck up. The first episode is when she tries to walk to school as quickly as possible, and then all of a sudden, the construction's fixing the side of the road. So what does she do? She looks at a pole and she says, "I'm gonna go around." But no, she comes back, climbs up the fucking pole, jumps on people's rooftops, and just starts jumping around. It's pretty fucking funny. At the end of the road, she sees a kid has a balloon that's stuck in a tree. So eventually, she gets that down by tying a small rock to it. But before that, a lady with big boobs. I'm gonna say it, big boobs, because she asks a gentleman to ask him if he can get his son's balloon back, and he decides to say, "Would you like to pay me for it?" And then he was being all scumbag like. So this lady, she's trying to make sure no one sees her, so she's trying to jump from roof to roof. So she jumps on the guy's face, and then it's pretty fucking funny. The kid gets his balloon back, and he thinks she's a fucking superhero or something like that. Her friend is a psychotic bitch. Not gonna lie, she is psychotic. She has some issues. She likes to poke fucking kids in the asses. She has her moments where she's like gonna fucking murder you. It's just because of the eye, man. She's fucking nuts. The other girl that they're being friends with, she's Mr. Popular. She likes to be in the popular side. Unlike the other two characters, where there are like being like this, that, and the other thing. But she also likes to run track. There's this one episode where she's running track. She has a track meeting. So instead of going to school in her uniform, she wears a fucking tracksuit. And she doesn't care that people are like looking at her, which is fucking funny because she thinks that it's fucking awesome. Number four, and this is the most important thing that I will have to say, is that number four is the fact that the fourth character doesn't really show that much, but she has more character development unlike another character. She has a fetish for touching girls' asses, and she is a girl. She likes to grope women. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck. Why Japan? Why fucking why? Um, Japan, man, I don't know. I don't get why you do this to female characters. I just don't get it. I just whatever. But there's a game called she's playing a game of tag, of a weird game of tag. So they play tag and this, that, and the other thing, and she wants to get better at it. And one of the scenes where the girl in the tracksuit, she has her arm up over her crotch because it's a game of tag. You'll find out. And she doesn't want to let go of her fucking ass, which is fucking funny. Um, I don't get why Japan likes to do that. It just makes no fucking sense, but whatever, it's Japan. The fifth character is a gang member, and he gets his ass kicked by the main character. And since he talks all shit and tough like, so yeah, he can kid school game. Eventually, he gets jobs from here and there. He becomes a newspaper boy, a clerk from a convenience store. I mean, he does all this shit. It's actually pretty funny. He falls in love with the main character, the girl with the freak, even though she's in high school, and that's fucking weird. But the funny thing is the fact that he tries to win her over by playing this fucking game because one of the scenes she buys a magazine that's for girls and it's dude on dude action, which I think was fucking funny. But it's a video game of dude on dude action, which I thought was fucking weird. At first, I didn't like that part, but the funny thing is he decides to replicate the stuff that's in the game because he thinks that she likes it, which she doesn't, but because she wants the new fucking video game magazine, but they don't have it anymore, so she gets this shit. So he wants one of his former gang members wants he wants him to help him out, even though that he has a crush on him, which is fucking funny as fuck. I didn't understand why, but that never gets established. And then they just think that he's a fucking creeper, which is fucking funny. With that being said, though, this anime is fucking this anime is fucking hilarious. It does cross the bar. It does cross the line a couple of times, but I don't really think it's good. I don't think it's bad or anything. Soundtrack's alright. It's there. It's just that this, that, and the other thing. My complaints. I only have two complaints. One, the last episode was kind of like it was funny, but for some reason I did not need the last episode like that. I did, however, like the last episode's ending because they did show like a minute or less than 2 minutes of bloopers during the anime, which I thought was fucking funny. I like that. That was fucking funny. Um, the second problem with the anime that I would like to establish is the fact that some characters eventually just stop coming, and that's what my main. Well, the second problem I have with it is one of the characters, which is the gang member's leader's sister. She acts like a spoiler brat because she's in this rich school, and that's the whole problem I have. She has a fetish of poking people in the butt, which I don't understand that. But she stops doing that for one episode because the girl has a fetish of asses. She wants to get poked and she doesn't. She doesn't feel comfortable with it, which is fucking weird. I don't fucking get that. Um, with that being said, though, this anime is not for kids. It's for teenagers. I'll give it that. If you're 13, you should watch this. It's pretty fucking hilarious. You'll get all the references and jokes. Um, Most of the jokes are mostly video game terms, somewhat, and they also throw in a little sports references here and there. But other than that, mostly sumo though. But the most important thing is that the structure of the story is better than the last two animes I watched. That being said, I'm giving it a 9. It's good to the point where it gets the job done, but I just feel like the two cons of the anime misses the 10 out of 10 because of that reason. I mean, if they were just minors, I would understand that. But one's a minor and the other one's a major. The major is the little sister's gang member. I did not like her whatsoever. Even though she was funny, I wasn't invested in her because she came in late, just like the last character. But then again, she was a side character. But I didn't like it that she was terrible at because there's this one school because she was having trouble with her schoolwork, so she asked the main character to help her out. So how you make 500 yen, because that's the currency in Japan, in 24 hours, and she told her to recycle stuff and get money for it. And I'm like, oh sweet, that's awesome. It backfired because she screwed up, but other than that though, it's a good anime. With that being said, we're 3 away from the behemoth of Inuyasha. Lord help me, mercy, God. I don't even know how many episodes Inuyasha has. I will be watching Inuyasha. I don't know if I'm going to be finishing it next month because I'm supposed to get a fucking Nintendo 64 and a new headset. So, yeah, I also got to tape the other one. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a nice, positive day. Take care. And yeah, stay positive, homie. Peace out, bitches.